Good morning. It is June 21st, 2026. Happy Father's Day to everyone. We're gonna do a little walk around, and I think I'm gonna do a dahlia breakdown for you guys, all the dahlia varieties that I'm growing this year, and I'll put some pictures up and names and all that good stuff with some grow information on them, like how big they get, what the flower size is, things like that that tend to interest people with the dahlias. So let's go ahead and get started. Here we are in the front. There's Romy. Hey Romeo. Let's look at the porch first, okay? So I was out here planting some bare root plants that I got from Tennessee Nursery, and from Longfield is having a end of season on their spring planted blooms. But we'll just take a quick look at the house plants. Everybody looks really good. There's a nice philodendron back there. I forget what kind that one is. Let's pull that out. She's pretty. Struggled for a while after I brought her home, but she's catching right up. I think I've had this one for about maybe a year. Oh, she's got a little broken piece right there, and that's too bad. Not sure what happened there. Oh, keep her back there. These lady slipper plants that Lily brought home are doing really good. These things really suck up the water. Gotta have to come out here kind of almost once a day to give these guys water. I also have a little oxalis back here that came as a tag along in another plant that I bought from a nursery, and I just stuck it in a pot because oxalis is very pretty. Yeah, everybody looks good. A few more philodendron back here. The only thing, my pink or white princess is kind of on the struggle bus out here. No, like it seems to be the leaves are healthier, happier when it's cool like this in the morning, but then as it starts to get even the slightest bit warm, and we are not, I mean the slightest bit warm, like 70 degrees, it starts to go limp, and it's not it's not super dry or anything like that, and I don't want to get it very wet all the time because that definitely makes philodendrons struggle, but not really sure. This little plant here is what's flowering here amongst this monstera. I don't know what this is called. Something I just picked up at Walmart, and I was like, oh, that's cute. The Christmas cactus is putting on a lot of new growth here, which is nice. Christmas cactus always enjoys coming outside every summer. And Lily's castor bean, this big one anyways, is doing really well. This smaller one, not so much. I think he might be a goner. I don't know, there's a little life there. He needs to be up potted. Not sure. Romeo. Okay. This is some sort of palm thing that I got at Walmart, about 4 years ago. It was much smaller. I have kept it up potted, and I just keep this in my bathroom, and it gets like a southern windows light, but the window has like a shape, like a frosted cover on it, because there are windows in the bathroom, and I don't want to put curtains up, and I'm not really a huge fan of curtains in the bathroom or even blinds because it's a moist area, so it gets humid in there. I don't like to have fabric or anything like that in there aside from towels that are meant to be in humid areas. But this plant does great up there. I mean, it is Always putting on new growth. She's beautiful. Romy, please come up here. Come on, Rom. Out from under the porch. And there he is. Come on. Come back up on the porch. Come on. No, up on the porch. Come on. You can do it. Come on. Come on, Romy. Hang on one second, guys. He's got his harness on so I can airlift him this week. Hey, Romy, you want to say hi? Hey, sit. Good boy. You want to say hi to everybody? We did a DNA test on Romeo through Embark, EMBARK, and found out that he is 51% Pomeranian and then 20% toy fox terrier, and then some mixes of other terrier, smaller mixes of other terriers like rat terrier and Yorkshire terrier, and then I think even a little bit of Schnauzer was in there. So we thought he was had Chihuahua in there for sure, but nope. And he weighs about 15 pounds, and he's 6 months old. There we go. I adopted him from a local shelter. This giant Monstera is doing fantastic. Loving it. We've had a lot of rain this past week. And this one, the plants that are on the border of the porch here get the rain. So the Monstera has been very, very happy with that. The Nora Barlow, still going beautifully. These are so pretty. Oh, I wish I had more of them. I know that I started these from seed a few years ago. I don't remember getting any last year though. But they are really pretty. I want them everywhere now. Let's see. Like I said, I put in a few bare root items. This is looking a little bleached out and everything like that, but these are bare root mouse ears hosta from Longfield. I put in some trillium. So Tennessee Nurseries is a great online. I think they also have a actual ground brick and mortar sales too, but obviously I'm not in Tennessee. So, but I get a bare root stuff from them. Like I got my Solomon seal from them. I got my white trillium from them. This is the second year for the white trillium. This, I got yellow trillium. Here, I got some more Solomon seal that I put in right here. That's a variegated variety. I got painted trillium. Mostly I just got trillium from them this year, aside from the Solomon seal, but I got a painted trillium which I put in here with my white. So these, I'm forgetting the word that they call for plants like trillium, that like they just come up for a certain amount of time and then they disappear. They just like the tops die off and they're just a root underground until the next year. It's like an early spring style plant. Trillium, I think even bleeding hearts might be similar to the same type of plant. But anyways, I put the painted in here with the white. I have another white one that it had already fallen back for the year. This one, you can see down here, it's just about ready to fall off and be done. But I haven't had any flowers yet on any of my trillium. It takes a few years. It's one of those plants that just really takes some time. And I put red trillium in as well, and I tucked that right in here. So this whole side, there's some bleeding hearts right there that are done flowering. This whole south side of the garden is really sort of like I want it to be woodsy. And I put some more of the variegated Solomon seal in where I already have this Solomon seal. You can see we got a nice little rain overnight. We've had some really nice rain. We needed it. I was just talking with my father this morning about how bad certain areas around here have needed the rain. Some foxglove. Oh, always so pretty. Always so pretty. My hostas are beat up. All my hostas have taken the hit this year. This, I believe, is just like a wild campanula. I just let it go over here. I know that it can be like the wild bellflower can be invasive for some people, but like I've talked about with other plants that tend to be invasive or bullies in the garden for some folks, I just don't have a long enough growing season for anything to really be an issue. So I don't fight it. They're pretty. They're like a soft purple color. They fit with my woodland. They're, perfectly fine to grow in this area. They grow all over, in the ditches and on roadsides and all that stuff. So, the native pollinators get use out of them. This is parsley. I must have thrown something out over here last year and had parsley in it because I've got parsley popping up all over the place in here, and it seems to be doing fine, and that is almost entirely full shade. So take a little extra parsley. I love parsley, especially fresh parsley in the summer. Yeah, so that's kind of what's new on this side, except for, let me show you guys this. Okay, so I put these hellebores in just this year. They were very tiny, not bare root, but dang close, from Burpee. Burpee was having, an end of season sale on their spring stuff. And this is red in Rome. I honestly did not think, I was hoping, that I'd get like some leaf growth and stuff like that, which I have, but I did not think I was going to get a flower at all. And so these are so beautiful. I really hope that I didn't get anything that wasn't zone 4 rated, which is what I am, is a zone 4, but I don't see a lot of hellebores in my local gardens when I walk around and look in other people's yards, which of course I do because I'm a nosy gardener and I want to see what other people are able to grow and how they grow it. But I've only ever seen one other garden in my area that had hellebores. So I'm curious as to, does that mean that they don't overwinter well? Oh, we'll see. And honestly, so this is my front of my house. It faces the east, so it gets morning light, and then what time is it? Yeah, 8:50, right around, I think I've talked about this before, but like right around 10 o'clock or so, this whole side of my house is done. It gets no more light. You can see that the light doesn't even really go much beyond where the line is right now, because of the maple trees that we have here that kind of come over the house. So hopefully they're going to be protected there and get through. But I also put some in the middle of this garden bed as well. So I did do some new additions in this garden bed. I'm going to say that sadly, the battle of the deer and the bunnies, and my painted woman is losing. Last time we talked, I think I had 4 flowers on here. No, they are gone. So now I have 2. Yeah. I did uncover the Boom Chocolata because it looks like it's going to start blooming, and I'm hoping that it won't get eaten once it has flowers on it. This is new. I just put in yesterday. This is Cheyenne Spirit Coneflower. These little Asiatic lilies are new. Those are called Tiny Pearl. Just grabbed those up at Walmart like last weekend. Let's see, what else have I put in here? Let's go back around this way. Come on, Rums. And see, so I put in a stilby here. Straußenfeder. So this is another bare root that I got from Longfield. Yeah, Straußenfeder. A nice German girl. And I've got 1, 2, 3 in here. And these are also called ostrich plume astilbe. I'll put a picture up so you can see what these look. I'll put pictures up of all the bare root stuff I talk about, because obviously this is not very exciting to look at. But I'll put pictures up of that so you can see what it looks like ultimately. But it gets this nice drapey flower. The foliage stays fairly low, like around 18 inches, which I think is nice for right here on the border of the front walk, and it's very dramatic. I think it's going to be gorgeous. I put in a lot of lilies. I put in about 5 bulbs of Black Beauty here, and I put in the Asiatics here. Those are pink. And I put in some non-wild campanula, bellflower. I love the bellflower, so I'm fine with this. This is something I got at Walmart. It's like a Better Homes and Garden. I think I have one more that still has the tag on it. So. I also put in a new hosta here. It's a wide spreading one. It's low growing but wide spreading. It's called Golden Tiara. So that to kind of fill this space. This is just daffodil foliage here, so I just let the daffodil foliage stay until it lays down and dies. I don't cut it back at all. Again, short growing season, I need everything to get as much sun and nutrient and energy as it can in the time period that we have available. So I don't cut any of that stuff back. I just let it drop and mulch. This is still looking very pretty in this area with the pink of the dianthus and the red of the dianthus, the blue of the blue lake veronica, that lamb's ear popping up right there, and then of course the coreopsis. Gorgeous. Some of my phlox is starting to get buds. I don't know what this one is. I think it's a dark color. That is Illumination, the white one. Backlight, maybe, I think it's called. The yarrow, this is Bowl of Fruit. Doing well. It's kind of popping up all over the place in here, so I've just been pulling it. I like the way it is in that space, but I don't want it everywhere. The lupins have gone over, but I saw, my daughter and I went for a ride towards the east, and the lupins were just coming out in the fields. So I think this time of year, since those were in bloom when I bought them, so but this time of year, sort of mid to late June, is when the lupins will actually be in bloom in my garden. The Nepeta, absolutely gorgeous, love it. Again, I put a little piece of a peony cage there to kind of keep the front of that up. I think it still keeps the wild effect of Nepeta, but also keeps that up off of plants that I have down here, like my daylilies and things like that. And I have a lupin in there as well that looks like she's gonna put on a new bud. Nice. That's a white one. You can see the smaller bud there. Really beautiful. That'll be so pretty, just kind of poking out. This hydrangea is starting to bud up. This one's new, just a couple years old, I think. Still, the white sky dancer salvia is in bloom, which is wonderful. It's been very cool. We're barely if even, breaking out of the 60s most days. So my cool weather flowers are really sticking around. This is a phlox here that is getting ready to pop some color. This is fashionably early series. I think it's either Princess or Flamingo. Oh, these are lilies. This is a Triloba rudbeckia that I need to dig up and just move to the back of this border. This is more phlox here. It's not quite budded up. I'm not sure what that one is. These iris are opening beautifully, intermingling lovely with these lilies here. And the oh no, this is bowl of fruit yarrow. The one in the front is love parade, sorry. And the a little bit of salvia here, and the really ferny fronds of the bowl of fruit yarrow. I'm trying to think about something I can put here in front of this hydrangea, but honestly I want to be able to sort of shape this hydrangea so it comes forward the way this one does. So these are both the same. I have 3 of the same hydrangea on this border, and this one is doing what I want. It's all sort of leans forward. It's got low foliage here in the front and higher in the back, where these other 2 are really high in the front, and I want them to come down and have that more horizontal look to them, like growth look. Still got a few of these bearded irises. Here's the blue sky dancer salvia. Oh my goodness, this is so lovely. Oh, I know I've talked about this before, but I started this from seed, and I got these seeds at Baker Creek, the white and the blue. Really beautiful, especially right next to this heuchera that is starting to throw out its bloom stalks. And again with the yarrow. Oh, this one's going to be open soon. These are also started from seed and also purchased at Baker Creek. This heuchera is beautiful. I think it's Carmel. This is Better Homes and Gardens. Carmel, I believe, is the name on that one. There's some more of the Sky Dancer Blue, and that's a annual Artemisia. It's perennial, but not in my zone. That's a zone 6. I purchased that thinking it was a perennial in my zone. Unfortunately, it's not. Back there, Triloba rudbeckia, again back there. So that will all be in bloom in the fall. So pushing that way back, and it gets very tall. So as I'm finding it, which is popping up all over the place in this border and even in other areas of my yard, I'm trying to dig it and move it to the back. This pot is getting lost in the grass and the hydrangea here. I guess that's okay, but I might end up having my son grab that and pull it out for me. Got some more lilies here. You can see the black scallop ajuga. Kind of nice right here. Just hanging out. It's still in bloom. It's very pretty. Again, I know for a lot of people, bugleweed or ajugas can be bullies and really pushy as a ground cover. But for me, that is not an issue. I do have other ground covers like the Creeping Charlie or whatever that come in here and make a mess for me that I have to pull. So if I had to pick one, which I'm going to have to, I'll pick one that I don't want to pull and that actually adds a little bit of beauty to my garden and that I enjoy looking at. So, and again, I don't have a very long season. I think it's like 120 days, honestly. We have our last frost in, like, I think May 31st is our last frost date. And then our first frost date is as early as September 15th. So, oh no. scarlet lily beetle. Beat it. When you knock them off of the plant, they, as like a defense mechanism, land on their backs, which actually isn't very good for them defense-wise. So that's kind of an easy way to, to deal with those bugs. But I think I'm going to come out and spray because it looks like they've been getting at the top of this growth. This is Fama Blue Scabiosa, Fama Blue or Fama White. I can't remember. Oh, these iris are over than done with. That's a lily there. This is Euringium. Got a couple of Euringium here. Some Autumn Joy Sedum. I have that kind of mixed in all along this border. Buy one Autumn Joy Sedum, you'll have it forever. I can just dig this up, separate it out almost like every dang year. This is, I think, Sahara Rudbeckia that just comes back for me every year, this one little plant. And I love it. The leaves are so fuzzy. So fuzzy and sweet. And then we have the pink haze iris. Looking gorgeous this morning. And the coral charm, I'm going to call it coral charm from now on, because I don't know if it's Hawaiian something or Hawaiian coral something, right? Peony, these open during the day and close up over the evening, looking very beautiful. Just a nice shot of that border. Okay, let's look at this little campanula here quick. Balloon flower, pop star. Okay. And it says hardy to zone 3, 8 inches tall to 8 to 10 inches wide. Nice. Pretty well contained. And then this is that Asiatic that I have out there in the front as well. Tiny pearl. And you can see that that's pink. These are also Asiatics. These ones are orange. They have the clearance tags on them, but you can see the orange kind of behind it there. This is just all stuff that needs to get in the ground. More Cheyenne Spirit, coneflower I got to get in the ground. Speedwell, Veronica there that I need to get in the ground. These irises are looking a little sad yet this morning because of the rain. But they are still blooming their heads off. And that makes me happy. I don't remember these lighter blue ones putting on quite so many blooms last year, which is the first year that I saw them bloom. This is the first year for these. So it's nice because they are so gorgeous. I mean, just stunning. Oh, the pots up here are doing great. I don't do a lot of annuals. It used to be that I did a lot of annuals, but now I don't. Ooh, this little... I try to get as many perennials as possible because it's less work. You know, you put them in, you give them a couple years of nice attention, and then they kind of just do their own thing. This is Sarah Elizabeth clematis here. She's putting on her first little flower, which is cute because this is her first year. She just got in the ground maybe a month ago. This standing clematis, which I think maybe is a knockoff for Stand By Me. It just said standing clematis on it. I got it at Menards a few years back. Looking gorgeous, starting to open up. These blooms will go all summer long, into the fall even. I absolutely love that clematis. Love it. And I love the placement of it, so I can just tuck it right into the kennel, and it almost looks like a climber. And then there's the Morning Glory. Gorgeous. Lily was a little upset with this because it says it's scarlet, but obviously it's not red. But I still think it's gorgeous, and I cannot wait for that to be covering this whole trellis here. We also had I think dragon tongue, no, some sort of speckled green bean on here last year. And I wasn't going to grow any pole beans this year, but I've got volunteers. So I'm just letting them come, and we'll go ahead and let those grow out. Last year they grew all up into the apple tree, and you can almost see there's still a few dead ones hanging on there in the trees. Yeah, look at that. So they did very, very well in this spot. They really enjoyed it. So hopefully the ones that we have had that are volunteering will do just as well. There's some more here. One here. I'll just do a string over for that. There's one here on the corner. Again, I'll just do a nice little string and attach it to the kennel. Romy can't wait to get to the tomatoes. Okay. Tomatoes look fantastic. Again, even though the weather has been very cool, they look great. What's the best way to do this leash right now, Worms? Okay. I got to come through and do a video of these as well, but today we'll do dahlias. So obviously there's no flowers on the dahlias yet. It's still early for us. We probably won't see dahlia flowers until like late July. We might start to see some of our earlier ones, and then August is when they should start putting on blooms, and then they do their big bloom season through like the second half of August into maybe the first week of September or so. Maybe even, it depends on how our September is. But this one is Lavender Perfection, and this is I really give this one credit as being the dahlia that gave me the dahlia bug. So then I have a bunch in here that I haven't grown before. This one is Nordwick's Glory. I'm sure that's not how you pronounce that. That's an older variety. Again, I'll put up like a little numbers and pictures and things like that for, oh boy, Rome. Now we have a situation here. Over here, I'll hook you to the kennel. And you can just watch. All right. Okay. We'll come up this way, actually. You can see all the stuff going on in the kitchen garden. Okay. This one is, where's my tag? White Perfection. So this is my first year growing this one. A sister to Lavender Perfection. Really beautiful plants. Some of these plants have been started for, like 2 months, and some of them are very new, and you'll just see the difference in size. All of them that are at least 6 inches or so tall, or have like 3 sets of true leaves, have been pinched. So, and that's all. This is a mystery dahlia that I got from a woman named Jean at a plant sale she was having. She gave them to me for free. This one is also a mystery dahlia. They do look to be different, just leaf structure wise. This one is called Honey Bun. This one is called Honey Bun I got from Bluestone Perennials. Rose Toscano I got from a small dahlia farmer or flower farmer. Cottage Blooms. Jowie Nikki I think I also got from Cottage Blooms. I will correct that if it's not true. Smooches, Swan Lake. Let's see, what's this one? Yeah, you can see these were just pinched recently. Let me see if I can get on out around this. Just pinched recently. A little bit of side shoots coming out there. This one is Daydreamer. Bluestone Perennials is where I got that one. It's a water lily one. The water lily ones I've not grown before. This one is Pen Hill Dark Watermelon. Looks absolutely stunning. I don't know if it's a dinner plate, but it looks like it's pretty dang close to being a dinner plate from the pictures. I haven't grown it before. And Karma Gold. So both of these also came from Bluestone Perennials. This is Honka. That's from Swan Island. And it looks like there's been a chipmunk. Oh, the chipmunk is busy this year planting sunflowers everywhere. And he's bold as brass. He just comes right up on the porch with me. And like he's saying, hey, cool beans. Great job making all these places where I can plant my sunflowers. He just wants to let me know that he's happy. What is this one? Where's the tag? Where are you, tag? Oh, there it is. It got a little bit buried. Okay, this one is Lights Out. This is one that my daughter bought for me last year from Swan Island for Mother's Day, and I wintered over. Very excited about that. Very excited at the success of that. This one over here is Crazy Love. That came from Menards this year. This one is one that I got at Walmart this year and thought was Lavender Perfection, but is a mystery dahlia. So we'll just be keeping an eye on that one to see what it actually is, because it's definitely not Lavender Perfection. This one is Star Child from Swan Lake. I'm sorry, Swan Island. Swan Island dahlias. Star Child. Also one that really kind of inspired me to go down the dahlia rabbit hole. This is a gorgeous open face single variety. It blooms so much. It's really beautiful. Let's see here. We have Cafe au Lait, Swan Island. I love Cafe au Lait. I have grown that before. I got the tubers the first time I grew it from Walmart for like $5. And that was lovely, but then they never had Cafe au Lait again, and I tried to save the tubers and they rotted. So this one is from Swan Island and I think cost me $35, which is brutal, but hopefully I now know how to save dahlias, and I will, and hopefully this is a really good quality tuber as well. This is Voodoo, also from Swan Island. That was a free tuber with my order this year. Sweet Nectar, Swan Island, one that I ordered this year. Also Diva here. Now, Diva was planted up at the same time as all my other Swan Island dahlias, but you can see how much smaller she is compared to this one. From what I understand, she truly is a diva. So I'm just glad to see some growth here. Let's see. This one is Platinum Blonde. Also planted up the same time as the rest of my Swan Island dahlias, but just not very bushy. I did pinch this one just recently. So we'll see. Hopefully that one will bush out. This is Hapet Old Charm. This is from the farmer there, the Cottage Blooms. Got 2 nice little growth points on there. Just coming up. This one is Lucky Number. I think that one was from either from Walmart or Menards. This one is called Fluffy Buffy. It does have a little growth point in here. It's hard to see because it's very dark, but it is there. It's taking its time. I've kind of looked at it. The tuber seems fine and it has growth points. It's just one of those slow ones. This one is Jean. I'm just calling them Jean. Again, I got these for free at Jean's plant sale. And this one, last but not least, is Mount Hood from Swan Island. This is a stunning white ball dahlia. Now there's a lot of white ball dahlias out there, so I'm sure everybody has a favorite, but this one is really gorgeous. Grew this last year, overwintered the tubers, got 2 really nice tubers off of it. You can see excellent growth. It's already been pinched, both of them pinched. It's beautiful. It's really gorgeous. So everything else in the kitchen garden is doing really well. Everything's putting on growth just as kind of how you want it to. Some things are getting eaten very, very aggressively by rabbits and deer. I think the last time I talked about how the sunflower was getting eaten wasn't bothering me, but I mean, this is too aggressive for this to bounce back. That's not, I don't have to pull that. These sunflowers that they're eating are volunteers from last year, so I'm trying not to have too much heartbreak over it, but I mean, I think this is definitely deer. These leaves are too high for it to be rabbits, and it's just too, the damage is just so strong. So that does mean that I have deer coming through and grazing in here, which is dangerous because they may be, you know, taking after these sunflower leaves a little bit here and there. But if they decided to come through and really do some damage, I don't think they would come in to the interior here. So I have sticks and everything up in the dahlias so that I can start running string. And then I also have the cattle panels up for the tomatoes and the zinnias and stuff like that. Deer are not going to come into this, right? Because they don't think they can get out. They can see that it is, you know, not a hospitable place for them to be able to get out. Everything has cages, sticks, some sort of boundaries that are tall. So now a deer can definitely jump a 6-foot fence, but won't when there's another 6-foot fence within like 2 to 3 feet of it. They're not going to do that unless they're very, very dumb. Which, even though we can't stand their behavior, they're not actually that dumb. So I don't worry about the deer interior wise in this garden, but on the outsides it could be doing some pretty serious damage. Like they are doing some damage to the leeks. Leeks should pounce back from that. Some of my cauliflowers are getting damaged. I had to cage up strawberries. Just trying to get as close to the outsides as I can on the strawberries because I don't want them eating the strawberries. And then these tomatoes here are at risk. I do have deer that will eat tomatoes. So, here is my youngest son, William, and Romy. Good morning. Hey, you gonna help me put that awning up today, or you got plans?
Yeah, I probably can.
All right, let's get it done today. It's gonna be nice out. I'm just finishing up this tour. So on the volunteer sweet peas, I have them climbing this little A-frame in here, and then I have this like this is just a cage thing. It's like 3 sticks and it comes with these things that you pop on. I don't even remember where or when I got these, but I have 3 of them, and I have more volunteer sweet peas down here, which I'm hoping will take off. The stalk, oh, it smells so good. Smells amazing. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and leave it here because that's a lot to do for you guys to get those pictures in for the dahlias and stuff like that. So I want to make sure I can get that stuff in for you and get this video up today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're having a wonderful time in your garden. Yeah, enjoy, and I will see you next time. Bye.